Oh boy, another Monday, another no, hold on, another week, another Victory Monday. What's going on, everybody? Crazy dog with my messy ass hair as always, back with another Victory Monday live stream. Not going to be on here too long, but Browns 8-3. I love to see it. But what you don't love to see is the fact that the Browns are still getting disrespected. The officiating, I'm not going to get into. People get triggered. Oh, you can't be blaming the officials. Well, you see, I'm not going to go hard on the officials because we won. But still, like, officiating overall has just been, bleh. It's been bad overall. What's going on, Ungar and Spencer? Of course, loyal to Houston. Browns cards. What's going on, Tim and Mario? Ethan. Got something in my eye. Damn it. But yeah, I mean, how do you straight up miss two, like, I guess, first downs? Now, the funny part was they had ruled a little bit later, the Browns challenged something completely different, I guess, than what we were looking at. So they're going to get that challenge and that timeout back. That was on the fourth down, I believe. And it's like, well, the Browns should have immediately used that challenge to challenge the spot on the second bad spot. The refs, like, overall in the league have just been kind of blah this year. Like, they need to do something about that. Jerome Boger, you need to check your crew, bro, because they're not that great. Jerome Boger overall, he's not too bad, but I don't know. 8-3. This run game is Super Bowl level. Yeah. But let's talk about this game yesterday. So we, of course, were without Miles, no Taki, no Odell, as we already know by now. Chubb and Hunt went off again. In fact, fun fact for you guys, this was the first game all year where we had a running back and a receiver go over 100 yards in the same game. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Yeah. Chubb and Landry both went over 100 yards for the first time in the same game. We've usually had a receiver go over 100, but our running back has been close, and then, vice versa. But yeah, I mean, Chubb beasted. Landry had arguably the game of the year for him. He went crazy this week. I was thinking he was going to have a couple touchdowns, but hey, he got in the end zone. I mean, that's cool. On his birthday, too. The birthday boy, excuse me. Damn. The birthday boy got a touchdown. You love to see that, man. You love to see that. Now, offense was perfectly fine. I'm not complaining about the offense, although some of the play calls kind of had me scratching my head, like going shotgun first play of the game. It's like, okay, I can understand that because you may be trying to test that secondary. But then you had that wheel route in 3rd and 3. It's like, okay, Kevin, what you doing there, buddy? Did he just have that play left over? He's like, you know what? For lulz, I'm going to run this and see if it works. But again, first-time head coach, he might just be running some of these plays just to see if they work. I mean, again, we won. I'm not going to complain. Now, if we would have lost, oh, God, I would have been heated. All the things that we did, oh, man. Run game was great. Baker was a little off on some of his passes, but honestly, who isn't? People are going to rip on him. Oh, you missed Higgins wide open. Yeah, he put a little too much sauce on that throw. If he lowers that throw a little bit, it's a touchdown. I think my theory was he got a little too excited. He saw Higgins wide open. He was thinking touchdown. He was thinking, red carpet time before he even threw the ball. But yeah, man. Not really much to say. That's the thing with these games. The score was higher, but really not much in terms of like awesome stuff that happened. Other than Chubb going over 144 yards and Landry went around the same amount, but he went 143 yards. But yeah, it's really good to see Chubb chugging around. The dude missed a couple games and he's already 700 yards rushing this year. We're most likely going to have 2 running backs go over 1,000 yards this year. Yeah. And both Kareem and Chubb have now reached and surpassed the 3,000 career rushing yards mark. And keep in mind, Kareem Hunt actually missed a good portion of it. What was it, his second year in the league because of the whole incident that he was in. And, I knew we were going to score, but, we got to beat the Titans. We'll try, Loyal. We'll try. Congrats. Hey, thanks again for coming on my show. No problem, Mungard. I'd do it again, but of course you said you have mouth surgery, so I don't think that would work out too well. I wonder why Kenny Stills has not been signed. Well, he cleared waivers, so now he can go wherever he wants. I think it's because of the contract money that he still has left. Because I'm pretty sure if you claim a guy, you essentially take over his contract. You take on the remaining part of his contract. They tried their hardest for us to lose Nick Chubb, wasn't having it. Yeah. But I was very impressed with how Sendejo played. Yeah, he wasn't a bum. He actually made 2 clutch plays that honestly might have saved the game for us. On that one deep ball, he broke it up, and then he caught that 2-point conversion. It wasn't an interception because he stepped out of bounds after he caught it, but still he caught it. He helped make sure it wasn't caught by a Jaguar. I'm glad Baker knows he can play better. Oh, yeah, he knows he can play better. Baker needs to work on red zone throws. I think, like I said, he gets amped up in his head. It's kind of like, you're thinking, it's 6. You're thinking touchdown before you even throws the ball. And he probably gets a little amped up and ball goes a little wide. Ball goes a little high. Chubb is the best in the league. Browns signed Tedrick Thompson. Yeah, they claimed him off of waivers because Ronnie Harrison, I heard it's like something with his collarbone, of course. So that most likely means he'll either miss a couple weeks or he's probably out for probably the rest of the year, if that's the case. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I have not heard anything, but we signed Tedrick Thompson for depth. Can't hurt. He's not like a super level, a supreme guy. He's a depth signing. Crazy Doc, why didn't you make a video on it? It's a depth signing. It's not like a huge signing. It's okay, cool. I made an Instagram post about it, but I'm not going to do a video about a minor signing like that. Now, if we sign Kenny Stills, well, yeah, because it'd be an actual signing. By the way, speaking of the Texans, loyal to Houston, glad you're here. Will Fuller suspended for the rest of the year. Oh, boy. Dude was taking PEDs. He was unaware of it. That's what they all say. I was prescribed this stuff that I thought was legal, but it's not. So he's out for the rest of the year and then 1 game next year. So, yeah. That's cap. Okay. If we had another pass rusher, we could have been a contender. Keep hoping Ronnie's okay. Ronnie gets hurt by the wind. He's always hurt. Well, he got hurt on the first. I don't know how I can't remember how he got hurt. He might have gotten landed on or something. If I remember correctly, it was in his shoulder. But of course, first play against his old team, he gets hurt. Of course. Of course. I love how Giants fans say they're going to beat us because we barely beat the Jags. I love it how people slander us because we barely beat the Jags. They just so happen to forget that the Packers barely beat the Jags The Titans barely beat the Jags. I mean, yeah, the Texans aren't that good, but they barely beat the Jags. But that's none of my business. Pretty Suns, man. Nostalgic. Oh my god. Why is LeBron such a bandwagon fan? It kind of pisses me off. He does that shit and says another like, bruh, you're Bron. Think before you speak type. Like he said he was going to retire here and be rooting for us. Like I thought you was a Cowboys fan. I mean, I don't know what what team he roots for. He could just be like a multi-teamer. I don't know. Capri Sun. Middle school white claws right here. Yeah, exactly. Dude, the Eagles are going to get carved up tonight. I can already tell you. I can already tell they're going to get carved up. But yeah, you know what else is really crazy? This whole Ravens and Steelers thing. You know? But I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, man, this game against Jacksonville was essential for us because we got some very challenging games coming up. We got Tennessee this week, of course, Baltimore, possibly on Monday. And then we got the Giants on Sunday before Christmas. We'll be in New Jersey 2 weeks in a row. And we do have a confirmed date and time for the Jets game. It's not on Saturday. It will be on Sunday at 1 o'clock in New Jersey or in MetLife. So that's cool. Now, my guess is that Pittsburgh game, week 17, could be flexed. Usually, what they'll do is they'll put the games that really mean nothing in the early slots, and then they will shift all the games that have implications for the playoffs into the late game slots, like what happened with us 2 years ago, when the Ravens essentially could clinch the AFC North. Or when there was like us, really there was Ravens and Steelers. Remember that? Steelers fans were reduced to rooting for us. Oh man, I remember streaming that game. That was nuts. Oh man, no cap. If Browns get to the playoffs, we're going to Thailand. Going to Thailand, boys. What? Okay. The Colts lost to the Jags and we beat them. Yeah. Greedy is good. He just can't stay healthy. Mm-hmm. Dude's been week to week for the whole season. We should have just put him. I don't. Is he even on IR? I do not remember them putting him on IR. He probably is. I just never remember it. Dude's probably going to be swimming in money. Some dude bet $500,000 on Seahawks. Wow. Yeah. Wish I had a Capri Sun. Yeah, bro. Bring back the middle school vibes, nostalgia. Like, who could ever forget having like those packed lunches? You just have one of these in your thing. Some people wouldn't know what's in their lunch. You open up the paper bag thing and you're like, ooh, a Capri Sun, and a cookie, and an apple, and a Hershey bar, and a little sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. Bruh, why couldn't we draft him like made sense? Or AJ Brown, like sheesh. Nah, I don't know why we didn't draft AJ or DK. Probably because we had Odell. Thanks for getting our GM fired. You're welcome, UCF. Now, knowing the Jaguars, they're going they were going to keep Marrone, but like after the game, and I saw that, I'm like, okay, so he's gone. God, the freaking Eagles are so trigger happy. They just had another dude jump off sides. Like, God, bro. You can go, and you go, he's like, dude, why isn't Jim Schwartz ripping into these guys when they do that? Bro, what's up, Jimmy? Just one Capri Sun. I would take a whole box to school. Those are heroin to me. Yeah, yeah. Is that an Odell jersey? Yep. This is the old Odell jersey. It's the old one because it has the stripes on it. The new ones are essentially like these, but they don't have this right here, and they don't have the stripes. Oh man. So if we make the playoffs, Kevin needs to be coach of the year. He's probably going to get consideration, but it's crazy. Like UCF talked about us, getting his GM fired. When was the last time we made our opponent fire somebody? Usually we're the ones firing people after games. Just ask the Steelers. How many times have we fired our coach after we lose to them? Seems like every few years that happens. Like, bro, what player do you want us to trade for next offseason? I don't really think we're going to. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Miles Jack. Again, it's really hard to say. Well, not much Browns news. I know there's not a whole lot to talk about. Myles Garrett's coming back, though. That's what I'm hearing. Andy Janovich was activated today, so that's good. Our COVID list is starting to get a little lighter. That's always good. Miles should be back this week. Denzel, unlikely to be back. He didn't specifically say he won't be back. He said it's unlikely. Although I remember, I think someone on one of the forums I look at said that he heard that Denzel's calf strain isn't as serious as Wyatt's was. So he could be back in maybe 3 weeks. I mean, it took Teller 4 weeks to come back, right? I could see him back in 3. I could see him coming back in 3 weeks, maybe by like the Jersey trip. Defense got you 0 points. Yeah, I don't have the Browns defense on fantasy. The hell? Stupid bugs. God. Yeah, 4 to 6. It's probably going to be 3, 4 to 6. I don't know. It depends on how serious it was. Because the thing with Wyatt was he got rolled up on. That's where he got hurt, I think. Denzel just said he felt the twinge, so it's hard to say. Oh, yeah, the Seahawks are going to – no, they're not going to score here. Wow. Creative play call, it just goes nowhere. Got me 21 points last week. Well, yeah, I mean, the pick 6, 5 sacks. The other interception too. I could see him back for the Jets game. Now, what's really going to be interesting is what's the status of those Ravens players. They're going to have Dobbins and Ingram back, I think, for this week because the Ravens, getting babied by the NFL. They're playing on Wednesday. And Daniel Jones actually got hurt with the hamstring strain against the Bengals. I've heard anywhere that he could be back by next week too. He could miss our game. And boy, oh boy, if we see Colt McCoy, dude, Giants fans, their vibe's gonna change completely, like 180 if they have to have Colt McCoy against the Browns. If we get that type of player Super Bowl time, I hate Andrew Berry so much. Baker has got to step up. When did he get hurt? They're gonna put up 40 on us. Like if we keep playing like we did with the Jags. Von Miller next year, get him, and we tight with Miles. Denzel Ward. He got hurt at the very end, or I don't know when he got hurt. Like I watched him the entire game against the Eagles. He didn't look like he was limping at all. If anything, if he did get hurt during the game, it was probably at the very end. Could have been when he got the interception and he landed, maybe look like he landed a little awkwardly there. Could have been there. Could have been any time. Could have been him walking in the parking lot. Who knows? What's up, Carson? If we get the type of player Super Bowl time, oh yeah, if we get Von Miller, but Von Miller's not going anywhere. No, we need Miles back. Well, hopefully he'll be back by. He should be back. They said he'll be set to be activated on Wednesday. I know he looked great. I didn't know where the injury came from. I was like, he was hurt. I was like, okay, that's new to me. He probably got hurt like after the game or something. That could have happened. If we stop Derrick Henry, we're going to win. Yeah, I mean, if you look at I'll get deeper into this game on tomorrow night when I do my preview a little bit. I'll talk more about this game tomorrow when I do my preview. But you look at the Titans, like overall team right now, right off the bat. Excuse me. Damn. Got gas, bro. I'm freaking. Oh. Like, you know, in terms of the receiving core, they got A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Khalif Raymond, Adam Humphries. Like, obviously, the big guy is A.J. Brown. And Corey Davis, he's all right. But it's mainly A.J. Brown. Of course, no Taylor Lewan. So Dennis Kelly is probably going to have to deal with blocking Myles Garrett. If not him, it's going to be the rookie, I guess, Isaiah Wilson. Have fun, Rook. Have fun, Rook. You got Roger Saffold, Ben Jones, and Nate Davis in the interior. Jonnu Smith is their main tight end. You also have Ferkser and Swaim and Pruitt. Of course, Derrick Henry at running back with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Their defense, well, yeah, it's not very good. Remember, they had Vic Beasley and Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney's, I believe, on IR or something, so he won't be playing in this week. They released Vic Beasley. So it's Jack Crawford, Daquan Jones, Jeffrey Simmons up front in the interior, their main defensive, like main down linemen. You have Harold Landry, Rashaan Evans, Darren Bates, and it's funny they have Darren Bates listed twice. Rashaan Evans, Darren Bates. Wow. Wow. Seattle just had a turnover on downs. Wow. Now, yeah, Darren Bates, Rashaan Evans, and Harold Landry. Probably going to see like David Long and them in there as well. Now, their secondary ain't no slouch. They got some good players in that secondary. Vaccaro, Bayard, Adoree Jackson, and Desmond King II. Man, dude, could you imagine if like we claimed Kenny Stills, which I don't think, or not claim, but if we signed Kenny Stills, could you imagine that? I don't think we will. I feel like the Browns have faith in their guys. I don't think they'd sign him. I mean, they could, give him a chance to maybe show what he's got. Who knows? He'd be a good speed threat. But, man, I wish we had Odell for this game. But, oh, well. But, yeah, I mean, people thinking, like, that the Titans are unbeatable. No, they're beatable. They're very beatable. They lost to the freaking Bungles, for Pete's sake. We stop the run. I think we can win. Their defense isn't good. My 8-3 blanket. Is Avery Williamson going to be a free agent? I'm not sure. Jeffrey Simmons. Yes, sir. He's a guy I wanted last year until he got hurt. I still wanted him, but I knew he probably wasn't going to play, much last year because he got hurt right before the combine. I don't think we should pay him $6 million. Hodge is good. Jarvis and Higgins is good. I like how our receivers are playing, though. Like last year, nobody knew who Hodge was. Now look, he's like our, I guess, number 3 receiver. And if Odell was playing, he'd be probably the number 4. But like, yeah, the Titans, people say, oh, the Titans, they're going to demolish us. Well, if we can't stop Derrick Henry, yeah. But if we can try to make Tannehill try to beat us, and if our secondary can just hold together for long enough for Myles Garrett to get to Tannehill, we good. We good. We got to do, here's what I'm just going to say, we got to do to the Titans what the Raiders did to us. We got to dominate the time of possession. Derrick Henry can't kill you if he's on the sidelines. I'm talking, we got to have those long drives. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives that take up huge chunks of game clock. And we got to get touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at their games that they've played. They barely beat Denver. Like, dude, they barely beat Denver because Denver's kicker sucked. Well, no, not Denver's kicker sucked, but their defense sold. Yeah. They escaped against Jacksonville. They escaped against Minnesota. They smacked Buffalo. They escaped against Houston. They lose to Pittsburgh. They lose to Cincinnati. They barely beat Chicago. They pretty much kill Indianapolis both times. They barely beat Baltimore in overtime. Like, they're not blowing everybody out. And they're facing one of the best, arguably the best 1-2 punch in terms of running backs out there. And not to mention, we got their old guy, Jack Conklin. Yeah, you love to see it. Oh. But yeah, I'm going to probably wrap this up here in a little bit. But you know what's really messed up? You look at the schedule, okay, for this week, right? Now, if you remember, tomorrow was supposed to be Ravens and Steelers, right? It was supposed to be tomorrow. But guess what? Oh, wait, no, hold up. That's right. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They lost to the Colts the first time. Duh. I just saw these W's right, and I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got smashed by the Colts. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was on Thursday Night Football. That's right. Duh. Yeah, okay. But then they come back and they escape against Baltimore, and then they smash Indy. So they essentially got revenge for what happened. Like, Derrick Henry went off against Indy. We couldn't stop Robinson, so that's kind of scary. But anyways, so Steelers and football team were supposed to play, I guess, on this Thursday. But then they moved that game to Sunday. Now I believe it'll be on Monday. Steelers-Ravens. I'm sorry, not Steelers. Ravens-Cowboys will be on Tuesday. It's confusing. It's supremely confusing. Like, so many moving parts. Like, so many moving parts to this thing. Let me look up Adam Schefter's tweet about it, just so I can confirm that's what's going down. Because I have no idea. All I know is Steelers fans are pissed. All right, so here's the scheduling changes, all right? So Ravens-Steelers is Wednesday. At 3:40 p.m. You may look at that and go, crazy dog, why the hell did they choose 3:40 p.m.? Get this. Because NBC has the Rockefeller Center Plaza tree lighting thing at 8 o'clock or 6 or whatever. 8 o'clock or whatever. So, yeah, they don't want to get rid of that. So they just said, we'll put you at 3:40 p.m. Fun. Steelers-Washington will be on Monday at 5. All right. And keep in mind, guys, Washington has not played since Thursday. They're going to have essentially a mini bye, which is usually what you get anyway. But yeah, you're going from playing on Thursday to Monday. The Cowboys play the next day against the Ravens on Tuesday, December 8th. Bro, they got to wait a long time. I mean, God. But yeah, the Ravens they'll be getting Dobbins and Ingram back. They're probably going to be getting a couple more guys back for that Cowboy game. I don't know how many guys they're going to be getting back for our game, but even then, it's a short week. You're playing on Tuesday. You have an obligatory, off day on Wednesday. You're probably going to have Thursday, Friday as like walkthrough days, whatever. If that, you might even just have one day because you have to do film review and stuff. Then travel day on Saturday, maybe do like a quick walkthrough on Saturday morning or whatever, and then you leave for Cleveland for Monday night on Sunday. Meanwhile, what are we doing? Game on Sunday, usual week. Monday off, Tuesday film review, and maybe a walkthrough or something. I don't know how they do it Tuesdays. Tuesdays usually like film review and stuff. And then Wednesday, you start your preparation. So they're going to have an even shorter week against us. They're just lucky they're not playing on Sunday. Yeah, we're playing on Monday against the Ravens. Technically next week. Wow. It's going to be fun. But let's see what the chat's saying. We need Chiefs to lose one more game, 2 more games. Steelers to win all 15 games. Washington has the best chance in beating the Steelers. Washington? Buffalo, I think, has a good chance. I could see us bringing out the color rush one more time, maybe like in our final home game. Maybe we bring it out on Monday night. I don't see why not. We only wore those jerseys one time, and that was in Dallas. Imagine the Browns up 13-3. I'd go nuts. Winning out. That'd be good enough for at least depends on what happens with the Steelers, but that'd be a good for a number 5 seed for sure. Winning out, man, that'd be nuts. What I want to do is I want to beat the Ravens next week because what that would mean is Ravens lose this week, all right? They lose on Wednesday. They're 2 games behind us in the division. We beat them on Monday night. Next Monday night. All right, so that'd be the Monday after, I should say. Week 14. We beat them then. They'd be 3 games behind us with 3 games to play. And a little schedule breakdown for you. Their final 3 games, as I look at their schedule right here, wait for it to pop up. Their final 3 games of the year are Jaguars. Oh my God. Jaguars, Giants, and Bengals. Of course, our final 3 are New Jersey and Pittsburgh. We have the New Jersey duo, and then we have Pittsburgh, week 17. Baltimore is facing the Bengals, week 17. Interesting. Wow, going for it on 4th down. Don't get. That's now 2 times they've been stopped by Derek Barnett in 4th down. Seahawks are cuckoo. But yeah, guys, I'm going to head on out of here and watch the rest of this freaking weird game on Monday night. We can beat the Steelers backups. Oh, yeah, we should be able to. Especially if our starters are playing. We will make the postseason. I hope so. That'd be dope. Wear orange pants, brown jersey versus the Steelers. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm heading out of here, guys. I've been going for over 35 minutes. 8-3 feels hella good. Let's keep this up, man. Mondays feel so much better after a win. Let's keep this winning thing going, man. I don't want to stop. Keep winning. I want to have freaking 13 freaking Victory Monday streams this year. Those are fun. Let's keep it going. But I'll see you probably tomorrow for my picks. It's going to be kind of weird because I'll be doing my picks for week 13 when a game from week 12 hasn't even been played yet. Then again, I might hold off my picks until Wednesday night, until like Wednesday or third. I'm trying to think. No, I'll do it probably do it Wednesday night. Yeah, might do that. I'll give you guys an update on the community notes. I might do that because I got to see what happens with the Steeler game. But yeah, no Lamar Jackson. You know, a lot of their starters aren't playing, but they will have a couple of their guys are starting to get activated. So I'm sure they're going to have a decent squad at least. Keep doing what you do, man. I love your vids. I appreciate it, Jimmy. Wentz stinks. Yeah, he does. I was actually thinking about making a video after we beat the Eagles to try to bait Eagles fans and say maybe DePodesta and Barry were right, or Brown. Maybe they were right when they said that Wentz isn't a top 20 quarterback. Like, it's so funny, though. Like, when they drafted Wentz, Eagles fans trolled the crap out of us, saying, thank you for Carson Wentz. Thank you for Carson Wentz. Well, just 2 years later, we found our franchise quarterback, and he just led his team to a victory over yours. And we're 8-3. You're 3-6-1. Nice. And a lot of people say Wentz was so good in 2017 because of Frank Reich. And you know who they blame for that whole thing happening? Josh McDaniels. Because if you think about it, McDaniels, if he takes the Colts job, Frank Reich probably stays in Philly for at least another year. Think about that. Yeah, it's going to be hard to cover AJ without Denzel. My guess is it would be Kevin Johnson covering him. And Kevin Johnson held his own. But he's going to need a lot of help from those guys in the back end. He's going to need a lot of help from the safeties. So I wish we had Ronnie Harrison. Maybe his injury isn't that bad and he'll be able to somehow play, but I don't think so. Both start. Everyone but the center. What's up, awesomeness? Oh, I was going to say, ball start. Everyone but the center. Oh, man, that's tough. Injury is likely season ending. Yeah, it's a collarbone. That's what I heard. Yeah. Of course. But, hey, you'll see what Tedrick Thompson brings to the team. He's a depth piece. I mean, it's whatever. But I had a hunch we were going to go after him. When I first heard he got put on waivers, I was like, watch. The Browns are going to go after him. And sure enough, we did. So we'll see what he does as Wentz throws it deep, and it's off the hands of the defender. Trying to go to Goddard. Wagner covering Goddard. Man, I wish we had a Wagner like that, man. I wish we had a guy like Wagner. That dude is an absolute monster. You know who I wish was still in the league? Cam freaking Chancellor. That'd be the kind of guy you need at safety. Dude, knock your lights out if you're not careful, man. Thompson isn't that good. I've heard mixed reviews on him. But most of the reviews I've heard say he's not good, so it'll be fun. But he's a depth guy. I mean, he's not expected to be like the guy. That's all we need, right? Two safeties who suck. Sendejo and Thompson. Oh, God. They were more Browns fans to get. I know, I noticed on the TV. I'm like, wow, that's an awful lot of orange there. But that's what happens when your team sucks. You know, I remember watching those games, you know, in like the 2016-17 seasons, man, there was more freaking visiting team fans than there was our fans. Like the Giants game specifically was blue. Like the entire lower bowl was blue pretty much. Dabo's Juice Bar. Browns Snowbirds. Gotta go crazy, dog. See you. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a little. I'll see you tomorrow for my preview. But like I said, I'll give you guys an update on the picks. I might be doing my picks on Wednesday because I want to see what happens with the Steelers game. But then again, I might just, you know, add a nice little, you know, thing at the end there. Disclaimer for Steven and Steel Maiden saying that, you know, it depends on what happens. You know, I might change the pick depending on what goes down in that game. But, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Titans preview. And, yeah, we'll see what happens with Ohio State, too. They're supposed to play Sparty this weekend. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'll for sure see you guys tomorrow for my preview for the Titans game. Things are going to start getting tougher for the Browns, man. But, hey, we're here for it, you know. But, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Crazy Dog. Shout out to my Browns brothers as always. You already know how it is. And I'll see you tomorrow. Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. And I'm out.